If you're gonna get high, get high. I have no problem with that. You know, if it's for medicine reasons why, anxiety, pain, whatever the case may be. I know people mentally, you know, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with other things, you need your escape, use it. My issue is if you're using it and you're not bettering yourself or bettering the people around you. And that's what my problem was with myself personally. I was using it and I wasn't bettering the people around me or myself. So for me, the younger generation, I talked to them about is like, look, you guys have to. If you're gonna smoke marijuana, by all means, fine. But be productive. If you got a workout to go to your workout, then go smoke. Don't smoke and then miss your workout, or smoke and then go to your workout and have a terrible workout. And they'd be like, man, I had a bad workout today. Well, you know why you had a bad workout? Because you smoked before, probably most likely, and you're not used to smoking before. So
Right.
therefore, now your energy level's down, your focus is down. You're not the same type of athlete when you're working out.
Right.
So go ahead, Gerald.
And I think that's important. Like the education piece is understanding what marijuana does for us and what cannabis does for us, right? We have sativa, we have indica. So if you're buying a cannabis from an unreputable source and you don't know what you're smoking, like that's going to have a direct impact on you. And so now that we're starting to get to the education and the resources and the studying of cannabis, now we can actually understand as an athlete, do I need to take a CBD before I work out? You know what I mean? Because you got CBD, which you could take as a tincture, you could take as a rub, right? Because soreness, the pain of sports, right? We don't really talk about that, right?
Right.
The rigors of what your body goes through from training for since you were 6 years old to the pros, like you're gonna have aches and pains always. So cannabis and having a rub, now that we know that, that's going to help benefit our athletes to feel more comfortable. So have you ever gotten into like tinctures or anything else beyond just smoking now?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I always did. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you and say that I was the perfect saint and you got like I'm telling you not to smoke before workout. I'm gonna tell you, be honest with you, I smoked before every game I played. Every major league baseball game I've ever played from 2012 to 2016, I smoked before.
Now, did you
Um,
think that was like, would you say like performance anxiety? Like, because, we still deal with anxiety. And so obviously,
I mean, anxiety, depression. You're talking about. I mean, and the biggest thing, and I don't like to make excuses, but my last name, bro. Like my last name is Hose. Like people don't understand that. Like the jokes and stuff I was hearing night in and night out on a night in night basis. It's like, bro, like I wouldn't want to go in the stands and like try to fight somebody because it's like, all right, not only just you like you
fans can
like
say
I can
anything.
I can get they can say anything, and I get that you talking trash about me, but now it's like I got a sister with this last name, I got a mom with this last name, so
And they
I take that
understand.
stuff, I take that stuff personally. So again, going back to how I knew marijuana was for me, it was a blockage.
Mhm.
So for me, smoking that marijuana before the game is how I
That
blocked all
time.
that stuff out, and I was able to focus on the game and focus on what's going on. Because the days I didn't smoke, oh, I'm popping off and I'm talking to fans. I'm like, see me outside. I'm talking to this person, see me outside. And I go in and
Mhm.
they like, yeah, we got you on camera, not even paying attention to what's going on in the game. I'm
Mm.
like, well, do you understand what's going on, what they're saying to me out here?
Right.
Well, you gotta block that stuff out. Da, 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 da. All right, well, okay, so cool. I'll find a way to block it out. I'll figure out a way for me to mentally block it out. All right, well, I know marijuana for me is the way I block things out. So I'm gonna use it. It didn't hurt my numbers. It didn't
Right.
hurt that. I mean, at the end of the day, the one year I did have bad in the big leagues, it wasn't because I was using marijuana. It's because mentally, I lost myself mentally.
Right.
And as an athlete, when you lose yourself mentally, you're done. You're
Right.
finished. When
Yep.
you when you lose yourself and forget who you are and what got you there and how dominant you are and how good you are, you're done.
Right.
And that was the biggest thing for people like, well, marijuana did not. It wasn't marijuana. It was I literally just mentally checked out for a year and didn't understand. Will it be like, well, you had off the field issues, you had stuff going on. Yeah, but at the same time, again, you can deal with all that stuff if mentally you're there and you're focused on what you have to do as an athlete.
Right. And also, if you have the resources to understand that mentally you deserve a break,
Right.
right? Because a lot of times as athletes, we get pushed until our brink, and then that's our downfall when it's like, yo, if you work for another corporation, you could take a month, 2 months, a year off, for your mental. Like people do it all the time, you know? So when you're talking about people are talking about you like this or using your name to try to get in your head or whatever, like, yes, that's a personal attack. Just because I'm here for your entertainment doesn't mean you could just degrade me and treat me any type of way. And then you're a black man in a white man's sport in America. So on top of that, you're breaking racial barriers. And I think that's something that is a huge compliment to what you've done, considering, you know, the odds that are in your, you know, against you. So, you know, as a friend, I want to commend you on that personally, because it's been inspirational to me and I'm sure our whole friend group. But then everybody else out there, you know, obviously them pinning something against you, that stigma is what we're breaking, right? Sharing our stories, sharing our vision for, you know, the future for our kids. I mean, we all got kids now. And so
Right.
to think we were consuming back then to get out of the pressures and stresses and things that we dealt with, but how it still propelled us to break barriers, you know, to still be able to compete with the best of the best in the world. And now we can change that narrative so our kids won't have to deal with the same stigmas. And so, you know, you are one of those leaders. And so that's why I wanted to get you on, because with the uplift movement, it's about uplifting our stories. You know, obviously, yeah, we're going to get high, we're going to have a good time, you know what I mean? But we also are going to uplift one another and pull one another up, because we deserve to be the leaders of this movement.
Right.
And so when you look at the cannabis industry, what are some of those things that you're seeing that, you know, as somebody that understands big business, what is your philosophy? Are you involved in the cannabis industry? You have any partnerships, any brands?
So right now I'm not involved actively. I have been presented with multiple ideas and business ventures in the marijuana industry, cannabis industry. I'm actually looking at a couple right now. You now know with Virginia just passing the law to legalize it. Actually, each person in Virginia is allowed to have 4 plants personally. So,
Okay.
so I've actually been I've been talking to a couple people out there. They're going to build a couple of dispensaries, a couple of a couple of farms and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm looking to explore. I'm looking to invest within the next couple of years. Like I said, I've been presented with a couple of opportunities. Nothing of really which have really caught my eye and like really maybe like, yeah, I got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been paying attention to what you're doing, paying attention to what Kevin's doing with Uplift. You know, basically been following him around, talking to Kevin constantly. You know, he's kind of my marijuana doctor, my cannabis doctor, keeping me up to date on, you know, different strains that I come out, different tinctures, different things that might help my body out. Especially, you know, with me, I have 2 hip impingements, knees hurt, elbows hurt, shoulder hurt. So getting CBD creams, getting balms and stuff like that, I'll hit Kevin up or talk to Kevin about it, or, you know, even talk to some of my other ex-baseball friends that, you know, use certain products to help out with their pains and stuff like that. So no, I've definitely been keeping up. I love where the cannabis industry is going. I love what America's doing with the cannabis industry. You know, hopefully it'll be legalized around the country soon. But I'm glad to see that, especially out west, that a lot of states are now making it recreational. Because I think cannabis is a recreational drug. I think it's a social thing. I think it's something that brings people together.
We could drink alcohol.
I don't want to drink alcohol though, because most likely when you drink alcohol, you're gonna drink and drive.
Right.
People say smoking and driving. I understand it. I get it. I know, but I'm not seeing double vision. I'm not seeing multiple things. Maybe things might move a little slower. Yeah, but other than that, that's really. I mean, for the most part, I'm chilling at the end of the day, driving if I need to drive. Or, you know, my biggest thing is I like getting up early in the morning. Right. So I don't like having a hangover or sleeping till, you know, 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock because I've been drinking till 6 o'clock the night before, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, do I do it on occasion? Yeah, I do it on occasion. I mean, everybody does, but at the end of the day, you know, I don't try to make it a habit. I don't try to make it every single day thing. So but back to the cannabis stuff. Yeah, I'm looking to get into it very, very soon.
No, I think, man, to think we were doing it back then and to where it is now. And like, just because I know me personally, I'd be like nervous, right? K Neal could tell you one day my dad thought I was smoking and he came outside, hit me, bow, you know what I mean? we had to go to school that day. But at the end of the day, I'm like, man, this joint is making people billionaires. And we've been getting put away in prison. And then obviously going to private school, we kind of get blocked from that reality of who we are. So how did you think that have an impact on, anything that you went through? Let's say,
Not really. I mean, I think, I was in the city enough. My family is from, D.C, born and raised, like bred. Right. So, and a girl I talked to at the time, she lived off 44th Street and Benning Road. So, so for me, I'm in it. Like I'm still in the city. Like I'm still seeing what's going on. I'm still noticing what's going on. So for me, it was like I ain't really say, I'm not gonna say like I didn't take notice of what's going on in the city, because I knew.
Right.
I knew what was going on. And then at the same time, my best friend, the dude I hang out with every single day, is Chris Wright. So he's the face of the city right now. So you ain't moving in DC without somebody recognizing him or somebody saying something to him. So we saw it, I knew it. So it wasn't really a big change. The biggest change was when I stepped onto the baseball field. It was like a whole new reality. Mm-hmm. It was like I went from my African-American side to now I'm at St. John's. I'm playing with a bunch of Caucasian boys, mm-hmm. and I have to now switch hats.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I've been around Chris, Gerald, Aaron, Corey, and Swan all day, talking a certain way, acting a certain way. All right, now I got to put on another hat to go over here to do this. Right. So for me, it was just always being able to play, not even play both sides of the fence, but knowing which hat to put on at the right time.
Right.
All right, I can't, because I mean, it'll be times, I be coming from free period with y'all, and I gotta go catch the bus or baseball, and I'm still in mode of free period, and I get on there and drop an N-word or something like that, and they like looking around like, what? And I'm like, all right, let me switch out of it.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Let me switch out of it. So it's like, so for me, it was just back and forth. And I needed that because I needed y'all to keep me grounded. I needed y'all to keep me focused and keep me just LJ, the kid,
we gonna bring everybody teenager. Back down.
Yeah, the teenager just growing, even how y'all used to fire me up, Joan on me, whatever the case may be, how we used to go back and forth or play video games in the basement. When I used to come over and like
we did everything together
all the time. And that was my escape. That was smoking a J with y'all playing video games. That was my escape because I wasn't going out. I wasn't going to parties. I wasn't doing this and that and third. I would have y'all come to my house. We play video games, smoke weed, talk shit, hang out. That was our thing. So
I think that speaks to a lot of our maturity though, too. Like at that age, it's like, yeah, you could be partying, but this is how you become successful, right? In sports. Like you surround yourself with a certain crop of people, and kudos to our parents and our community. Obviously, we grew up in PG County, but if you want to be successful, you see the KDs of the world, you see the Quinn Cooks of the world, you see the Victor Oladipos of the world. All of these people are coming from one community, and as Black people, this is not, you don't see this across the world. Like I've been in Columbus in Ohio for the last decade, and I'm like, yo, where are the Black successful people at? You don't see them. When we done took all of our people, and it's like, yo, NFL, NBA, MLB, D1, All American, business ventures. And so I think, it's a testament not only to us, but, to you individually, to what you've been able to maintain and sustain, and so
to piggyback off what we were just talking about, but take that situation now of all of us being together and all, that's my thing. But mind you, I'm already pro at this time.
Yeah.
And now the thing is, but y'all are here with me, right? Y'all are here with me. We're one conglomerate, like we're together. So I have my protection. I got that. Now here's where my biggest thing was when y'all were gone. Like y'all were gone. You went to school, Corey go to school, Kevin went back to Atlanta, Chris is at Georgetown, Malik and Kenny in Maryland, and I'm by myself. And it's like, it's different. Like people be like, yeah, your friends but they're at Maryland, Georgetown. Yeah, but Chris is in the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. He got school, they got basketball practice, they got film, they got this. Kenny, same thing. Kenny in the weight room at 6 o'clock in the morning, got school, got football practice, they got this, that, and the third. Malik got class. So at the end of the day, my security blanket is gone. Right. So now what do I look to? Right. Now I'm smoking more. Now I'm doing other things more. Now it's starting to become a problem and being hindering. And that's where I get back to before. Know why you're using marijuana and what you use it for. Right. Cool. If it's your escape, use it for your escape. But then don't use it for your escape and then go mix it with alcohol, this, that, and the third, because now it's not your escape anymore. Now you're using it for something else. It's becoming a stimulant for something else. And that's not what we want to use cannabis for. Cannabis is for, all right, if I got a problem, an issue, or medically, or to help me out, whatever the case may be, it's not for me to abuse. Oh yeah. And that was the biggest issue for me. And that's when I started seeing my life changing. That's when I started seeing the spiral effect of I'm here, right. But now because of me using marijuana, and now I'm being so disconnected to what's going on that I'm starting to become here. And that's why I said that suspension for me was really good, because I had a chance to now sit back and take a look and be like, LJ, what's your life? Where's your life going? Like, what do you want to do with your life? Like, you have all this ability, you have all this talent. Let's not waste it because you're sitting here abusing this drug. Like, use it for your benefit, but don't abuse it. And I was abusing it, and I wasn't using it for my benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, that's just a testament to your maturity, bro. And, all of us, we've had to go through our own experiences with it. And I think, sports really plays a part in it too, because like you said earlier, you've had hip impingements, right? You've had these physical things that not everybody sees, right? That you're still out there training kids, right? That still got their youth, but you've been destroying your body. So how does that, do you feel like the pain management aspect, of consuming cannabis, what does that play a role in your cannabis use?
Oh man, I mean, it's I'm gonna tell you, in 2013, I played out of 162 games. It's a whole major league system. All right, I played 162. Out of 162, I played 159 games. 159. Mind you, this is not even including spring training. So spring training that year was 2 months long because we had the WBC, which is the World Baseball Classic. So when the World Baseball Classic happens, we have to come to spring training a month earlier. So now that's 2 months of games. Right. So I probably left spring training, played 60 or 70 games already before spring training is over. Then go play a season. So in spring training, bro, I remember sliding and my hip popped out. I'm 23 years old in big league camp. And I can't tell nobody that I'm hurt, because what's going to happen is they're going to send you back down, whatever the case may be. So I'm literally in the house, can't move, laying on the couch, hips messed up. And it's like, I'd have to smoke just to move around, bro. Like, right. And people don't understand that. People don't understand me waking up, my back hurts. Me waking up and my back is tight. I got a cringe in my neck. My shoulder is tight from throwing. I can't feel my pinky because I got a shoulder impingement. It's like, people don't understand that. Right. So for me, marijuana was my way of getting my body to feel to a certain type of place so I can go out and play at 7 o'clock at night. You talking about you playing? I mean, this is in March in spring training where I'm talking about I can't get off the couch, Gerald. Right. Like, I'm coming home from spring training, lay down on the couch, bro. An hour later, I can't move. Like, my hips are so tight. They hurt so bad. Yeah. And I played 159 games that year. And the only reason why I did it is because of marijuana. That's the only reason why. Right. The only reason why. I wasn't doing nothing else. I was smoking marijuana and I was in my room. Now, again, another story, just to tie everything back into, what we're talking about right now. Yeah. Remember, I just talked about how our conglomerate was, how everything was tight. I had found a way to get that same feeling in the big leagues. I had my same group of guys. It was like 4 or 5 of us. We do the same thing. We go on the road, we get together, get in a room. The older guy, one of the older guys on the team, he had make more money than us. So he would get the suite for us on the road. So what we do is he get the suite, we put the PlayStation in the joint, we go in there and smoke. Well, ended up, we got a complaint from like one of our higher ups about us, and basically it broke it up. So now you're taking something that I had, that I cherished, that I know is going to work for me, and I'm playing at a high level, and now you take it away. Right. So now I'm looking for other things. And they're like, well, why'd you guys start going out? I'm like, well, because you told us we couldn't hang out in the hotel. So now if we can't hang out in the hotel, what else are we going to do? We're going to go out. Well, why? Exactly. So it's now trying to figure out, so what do we do? So now can we get the conglomerate? Can we sit in here and do this? Or do we have to go out? Well, you guys can't do this. Okay, so we go out. And now going out and drinking till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's not beneficial for an athlete trying to play at his highest level. And at baseball, you're playing every single day.
Right.
So I can't drink every single day. I can't do this every single day. My body's going to break down. My performance is going to suffer. And it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. And I think that's, a testament to y'all understanding, that we have to build these teams, because we really don't have space for us. You know what I mean? Once you look at the bigger picture outside of sports and you look at, not everybody's successful, not everybody's able to get out of the hood, not everybody's able to go to St. John's or have, D1 scholarships to the Tar Heels and UNC. And so these things that we are able to share with the next generation, I hope, and even our peers and other people, because it's an inside scoop. It's only a handful of guys that's on that MLB field. And then you got thousands of people watching and millions of people, on the news, on TV. And so, the more we get your stories out there, you know what I mean? The more we uplift you guys and celebrate you guys, I think it's important that we understand the intricacies of what's going on. You know what I mean? And that, you're not an abuser.
I love what's going on right now. Just in terms of what's going on in our country. I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. You're talking about with everything that had transpired this past summer, with it being on the forefront. These are a lot of issues that have been going on in America for a long, long time. And I think people are now starting to really start to see those things. And I think now what the difference is with our generation and the generation before us and the one before us, it was a lot of crabs in the barrel mentality. It was a lot of, I got to get to the top and I got to do whatever I can to get to the top to make it out. And I'm going to step on you to get here. But I think now a lot of guys, a lot of athletes, a lot of people are recognizing what's going on in our inner cities, what's going on in the hood, and they're starting to give back. I think they're starting to get back into the community. They're starting to do different things to uplift our inner cities and uplift our communities. You have platforms such as Uplift, cannabis athletes in cannabis. You got, I don't know if you're familiar with I Am Athlete. You got the Up and Smoke with Matt Barnes and them. You got a bunch of platforms at Dog Talk with Chris and them. You got a bunch of people with doing different things on certain platforms that are educating our youth, that are educating the next generation, that are giving back to the next generation. I wish I knew what I was getting into when I signed in 2008. I had no clue what was going on. I felt like, even from the draft aspect of what was going on in the draft, I felt like, I'm watching guys that I'm ranked ahead of get drafted after me, but somehow their signing bonuses more than mine.
Wow.
You understand? And so it's like, for me, understanding that business side of that politics of what's going on. My numbers are higher than his. Why is he getting promoted over me? So now just being able to understand and tell people like, look, hey, Slim, this is what's going to happen. When you deal with this, you might hit 300 and you it happened to me. You're going to hit 300, maybe top all-star, whatever the case may be. You might still repeat that league. And guess what? If you repeat that league, go out there and dominate and ball. Because you can't get caught up in the politics or whatever's going on, because now they're going to use that against you.
Right. Yep.
So I think, and like I said, that's the biggest thing now I see with our generation is that people are now really, really starting to get back game and really trying to help the next generation instead of like, oh, I didn't have to help. I'm not going to help them. And that's the thing that I like about, our generation is like, we're really, the people I see that are really trying to make the change. And the generation after us, I really think the generation after us, this one right here, the kids that are 23 to 28 right now, TikTok. that's the new wave. That's really the wave that's going to change everything, because those kids are really, really that TikTok, the Instagram, they're really taking everything to the next level. So I think for them, we laid a foundation. I think they're really going to grow it. And I hope that it continues to go down the line and trickle down the line to where, when our kids get older, they're not having to deal with the same stuff we dealt with, in the past 30 years of our lives.
It's crazy. Shit's crazy. All right, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Kevin said we've been on here for about an hour 15.
I know we've been rapping.
You know how we go. We're gonna have to do another one though, because bro, this is, media, bro.
That's
it's all
it.
about the media. I mean, think about it. Everything in sports gets big because of the media.
Mm-hmm.
Like my wife.
It's how it's portrayed. And the media portrays what everything.
Who owns the media, bro? Like, who owns the fucking cameras now? Like, we have the cameras, right? Now we have, to think that we could go live right from our phones. That's the reason we're seeing all these murders. The cops been murdering us like this for the last 70 years. And this, like, but now, the last 400 years, but it's like now it's all on camera. You know what I mean? Like being out here in Ohio, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like it's still fucking slave days out here.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Like, and so
we get ready to go to Penn State, bro. Trust me, I already know.
But we have to have these conversations because, like, I already know what you done had to deal with as being one black dude on the baseball team, like
being called the N-word on the field, being called a monkey, being this, that, and the third. I mean, it's all motivation though. That's what I tell you.
Storm the Capitol though.
Mm-hmm. You smacked over there, boy.
Boy, you already know.
I know.
What you got for today?
Shit, I'm about to pack and get on this road. About to head out to Penn State. We got a basketball tournament this weekend.
Oh, what age you coaching?
8th right now, and then my high school team start next week.
Nice. I see you and Malik doing the big.
Shoot, I'm not even coaching Malik no more.
Oh, you're not?
Nah, I'm coaching. Me and Keith coaching together and shit.
Oh, dope. Hey, well, keep doing your thing, bro. I'm proud of you. We're gonna
definitely, brother. Hey, we got connect soon. I'll be out that way. Shit, in I think April and May we got a tournament out that way. So I'll hit you when we come out there.
Yeah, hit me, because I haven't really been involved in the basketball scene out here, but I know they got some good ball.
Yeah, some decent teams out there. They got all Ohio's out that way. It's another team out there, Cincinnati Angels. I don't know how far you from Cincy, but they got mobbed.
Bro, Ohio, bro. I'm about to build $1 billion company in Ohio, bro.
There you go. It's money out. There's big money out there.
The tech money out here, bro. We just moved to Dublin. And like, obviously with Jim being on the news and shit, I'm like, I just see way more now. I'm like, yo, I got to get a Billy out of here.
Yes, indeed.
So we're going to do it. Hey, I'm going to can you be a partner? You want to be a partner on Athletes of Cannabis? I need an advisor.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's fine. We can talk about that for sure.
So I'm putting a team together because I got some potential investors on board. It's a website, so we're gonna be doing merchandise.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, I'm gonna hit you up with it later and let you know some details.
All right, bet.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. See you soon.
Peace later.
Tell the family what's up.
For sure. You the same.
All right.
Peace.